In 2018, researchers at Harvard University published a discovery that stunned the scientific community. A simple, rhythmic breathing technique could increase cellular energy production by up to 150%. What fascinated the researchers even more was that this practice wasn't new. It was thousands of years old, hidden in the remote monasteries of Tibet. Imagine that, a secret held by monks living in icy silence at 17,000 feet above sea level, capable of reawakening the dormant energy within every human being. Picture this: a monk seated on a windswept mountain ridge, eyes half closed, breath rising in gentle waves. Around him, the air is thin, cold, and still. Yet within his body, an invisible fire burns, radiating warmth and clarity. His heart rate slows. His mind becomes vast and luminous. He breathes not just to survive, but to awaken. Now, Harvard scientists are beginning to prove what these monks have known for centuries: that the way you breathe directly controls the way your cells create energy, your brain processes thought, and your spirit experiences peace. And in just 3 minutes, this ancient method can ignite that same power within you. This is the Tibetan monk's 3-minute breathing secret, and today you'll learn how to use it. We live in a world addicted to speed. From the moment we wake up, our minds are already racing ahead. Emails, notifications, caffeine, traffic, deadlines. Yet beneath all this motion, a quiet exhaustion hums in the background. We are running on fumes. Fatigue has become so normal that most people mistake it for life itself. But what if it isn't normal? What if it's a symptom of something deeper? A disconnection from the most basic rhythm that sustains us. Modern science calls it chronic stress. Ancient masters called it energy leakage. Either way, the result is the same: shallow breathing, scattered focus, and drained vitality. When you breathe quickly and unconsciously, your body shifts into survival mode. Your nervous system floods with stress hormones. Your cells produce less energy, and your mind becomes clouded. You might feel alive, but you're merely functioning, not thriving. Every day, millions reach for artificial boosts: coffee, sugar, stimulants, scrolling. But these are temporary sparks on a dying flame. The true crisis isn't a lack of time, motivation, or even sleep. It's a lack of breath. The conscious kind that nourishes life at its deepest level. Tibetan monks discovered centuries ago that the secret to unshakable energy doesn't come from the outside world. It comes from reclaiming mastery over the inner breath. Throughout history, humanity has searched for ways to control its inner energy, what ancient cultures called prana, ki, or lung. Every civilization had its version of this pursuit. In India, yogis meditated in caves, mastering the art of pranayama. In China, Taoist monks refined the flow of ki through movement and stillness. And in Tibet, high in the Himalayas, Buddhist monks developed secret breathing practices, said to awaken the inner fire, or tummo. When Western explorers first heard tales of these monks generating heat in freezing temperatures, they dismissed it as myth. But in the 1980s, scientists began to test it, and the results defied logic. Tibetan monks, wearing only thin robes, could raise their body temperature enough to dry cold, wet sheets wrapped around them in icy monasteries. Their core heat rose without movement, without external energy, only through breath and mind. Modern science took notice. Researchers started measuring oxygen levels, carbon dioxide balance, and neural activity, discovering that these monks were activating systems that Western medicine barely understood. They had achieved what many seek: complete control over the body's energy system. This intersection where ancient wisdom meets scientific validation, is where the Tibetan 3-minute breathing technique emerges. It's not magic. It's mastery, hidden in plain sight, waiting for rediscovery. To understand how a simple breath can amplify energy by 150%, we have to look at what breath really does inside the body. Most people think of breathing as just taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide, but the truth is far more extraordinary. Every inhale fuels the mitochondria, the microscopic power plants in your cells that generate adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the molecule that drives every heartbeat, thought, and movement. When your breath is shallow, your oxygen exchange is limited, your CO2 balance disrupted, and your mitochondria work at a fraction of their capacity. The result? Fatigue, fogginess, low mood, and even weakened immunity. But when you breathe deeply, rhythmically, and consciously, as the Tibetan monks do, you trigger a cascade of powerful effects. Harvard and Stanford researchers, studying advanced meditators, found that specific breath rhythms stimulate the vagus nerve, which calms the heart, balances blood pressure, and shifts the body into a state of repair and regeneration. This isn't imagination. It's measurable. Blood oxygen levels rise, cortisol drops, and the body's electrical coherence strengthens. Breathing slowly also optimizes the CO2 to O2 exchange, unlocking hemoglobin's grip on oxygen so it can actually reach your tissues. The body becomes more efficient and the mind more focused. In essence, conscious breathing is not just relaxation, it's biological transformation. When done with the right rhythm, intensity, and awareness, it reprograms your nervous system to generate more energy with less effort. The monks understood this centuries ago, long before any lab equipment confirmed it. They saw breath as the bridge between life and spirit, and science is only now catching up to that truth. In the sacred monasteries of Tibet, the breath is not simply air, it is life force. The monks call it lung, the invisible wind that moves through subtle channels within the body, carrying consciousness itself. To them, mastering the breath is mastering the mind. They believe that every thought, every emotion, rides upon the current of breath like a wave on the ocean. When the breath is chaotic, so is the mind. When the breath is calm, the mind becomes vast and still. Spiritual texts describe the body as a vessel of three energies: the physical, the mental, and the subtle. The subtle breath, the lung, connects all three. During meditation, monks focus not on suppressing thought, but on refining breath, because they know that when breath slows, thoughts naturally dissolve into silence. Their breathing becomes prayer, rhythm, and devotion all at once. They also speak of the inner fire, or tamo, a radiant warmth kindled through focused breathing and visualization. This fire is said to burn away impurities, awaken compassion, and generate boundless energy. In scientific terms, it may enhance thermogenesis, blood circulation, and mitochondrial activation. But for the monks, it is the sacred union of spirit and matter, proof that divinity lives within every breath. To them, breath is not mechanical, it's mystical. Each inhalation draws in the energy of the universe. Each exhalation releases what no longer serves. Through this, they transcend the limits of fatigue, fear, and self. Their secret is simple, yet profound. Breathe with awareness, and life itself becomes illuminated. Now, it's time to learn the Tibetan monk's 3-minute breathing secret, a practice that bridges ancient spirituality and modern science. It requires no equipment, no ritual, no belief system, only your presence. For 3 minutes, you'll reclaim mastery over your inner energy. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit upright, with your spine straight, chin slightly tucked, and eyes half closed, or gently focused on one point. Rest your hands on your knees, palms open. Begin with a deep exhale through your mouth. Let the air leave your body completely. Feel your shoulders relax, your chest soften. Now, inhale slowly through the nose for 4 seconds. Imagine drawing in pure, radiant light into your belly. Hold this breath for 4 seconds, letting the energy spread through your chest and limbs. Then exhale gently through the mouth for 6 seconds, visualizing any fatigue or tension dissolving into the air. This is one full cycle. Continue this rhythm. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6 for the next 3 minutes. As you breathe, imagine a gentle flame glowing in your abdomen, growing warmer and brighter with every cycle. Feel the warmth rise up your spine, awakening every cell, every nerve, every corner of your mind. If thoughts arise, simply return to the flame. The monks say the flame represents the inner fire, the source of life's energy. It's not about control. It's about allowing energy to move freely. After 3 minutes, pause. Breathe naturally. Notice the calm alertness spreading through your body. Your heart feels steady, your mind sharp yet peaceful. This is the state monks call Lungsun, the breath awakened. In that brief time, you've shifted your body's chemistry, balanced your nervous system, and reignited your inner vitality. 3 minutes of conscious breathing can do more to restore your energy than an hour of sleep or a cup of coffee ever could. The true power of this Tibetan breathing method lies not only in the technique itself, but in how you integrate it into your daily life. Monks practice it every morning before sunrise, aligning their internal rhythm with the rising of the sun. But you don't need a monastery or a mountain to feel its effects. You can bring this sacred rhythm into your ordinary moments. The quiet before a meeting, a walk through the park, even while sitting in traffic. Begin your day with it. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone, sit for 3 minutes and breathe using the 4-4-6 rhythm. Visualize that golden flame in your abdomen igniting your body's energy for the day ahead. You'll notice that your thoughts are clearer, your movements lighter, your mood more centered. During the afternoon, when fatigue often hits, practice it again. You'll find it recharges you faster than caffeine, without the crash. Before sleep, use the same technique, but imagine the flame slowly cooling into a soft silver glow. This helps your body transition into deep rest and cellular recovery. Consistency is the key. 3 minutes once a day is powerful. 3 minutes 3 times a day transforms you. Within a week, your breathing will naturally deepen, your posture will open, and your mind will feel quieter. Over time, you'll start to notice subtle changes. You'll handle stress differently. You'll speak slower, listen better, and move with intention. The practice will stop being something you do and start becoming part of who you are. It will turn every breath, each rise and fall of your chest, into a reminder of your connection with life itself. When the monks say, "One who masters breath, masters destiny," they aren't speaking in metaphor. They mean that by aligning with the rhythm of your own breath, you align with the rhythm of the universe. That's the secret to sustaining inner energy. Not a single moment of focus, but a lifelong dance with awareness. When practiced with sincerity and consistency, the 3-minute Tibetan breathing method can bring about transformations that reach far beyond physical energy. The first change most people notice is a surge of vitality. That dull heaviness in the limbs and mind begins to dissolve, replaced by a steady, vibrant current of alertness, You no longer wake up tired, you wake up ready. Harvard studies confirm this shift. Cells fed with optimal oxygen and balanced CO2 function more efficiently, producing higher energy output while generating fewer stress byproducts. But beyond biology, something subtler happens. Your emotions begin to stabilize. The breath directly influences the autonomic nervous system, which governs your stress response. As your breathing slows, cortisol levels drop, and your heart rhythm becomes coherent. A perfect synchronization between body and mind. People who practice this technique report feeling calmer during conflicts, more patient in chaos, and more grounded in uncertainty. It's as if life's noise loses its power to shake you. The mind, once scattered, begins to focus. Because the breath anchors attention in the present moment, distractions lose their grip. Monks describe this as the expansion of inner space, a sensation of awareness widening beyond the chatter of thoughts. Creativity increases, memory sharpens, and decisions come with greater clarity. On a deeper level, this practice rekindles a sense of connection, both to oneself and to the world. In ancient Tibetan teaching, energy, lung, is not meant to be hoarded. It's meant to circulate. When breath flows freely, compassion flows freely. You begin to notice others more deeply, to listen more fully, to feel more alive. The boundaries between the physical and spiritual start to soften, revealing that they were never truly separate. Many practitioners describe spontaneous moments of awe, standing under the open sky, breathing, feeling the pulse of life moving through them. That sensation, that sacred hum, is the same vitality that monks experience in meditation. It's the reminder that energy is not something you must seek or create. It's already within you, waiting for your awareness to awaken it. And perhaps the greatest benefit of all is this: you begin to live in rhythm. Your actions, your thoughts, and your emotions start to harmonize with the breath. You stop reacting to life and start responding to it with clarity, strength, and calm power. In that harmony, true energy is endless. Take a deep breath right now. Feel the air move through you, cool, effortless, alive. That breath is more than a biological process. It's a bridge between your body, mind, and the infinite. The Tibetan monks have guarded this wisdom for centuries, not as a secret to be hidden, but as a gift to be shared with those ready to remember. In just 3 minutes a day, you can awaken a power within you that no stimulant, no supplement, and no external source can ever provide. So here's your invitation. For the next 7 days, practice this breathing method every morning. Just 3 minutes. No excuses, no rush, simply presence. Notice how your energy changes, how your mood steadies, how your mind clears. Record your experience. Share your results. Let this ancient rhythm weave itself into the fabric of your modern life. And when you breathe, remember this truth. You are not merely inhaling air. You are inhaling life itself. Every breath is a beginning. Every exhale a release. Through your breath, you hold the power to transform fatigue into focus, chaos into calm, and existence into awakening. Start now. Breathe. Awaken. Live.